Our first day of our live finals from Singapore at the Singtel PvP Esports Championship is drawing to a close. We have 2 more games of Dota 2 to get through before we pack it up for today. Then, of course, we'll be back tomorrow with more Arena of Valor and Dota 2. And then we are live again on Sunday with the Grand Finals, giving away our $300,000 prize pool and a couple of nice ones of these. It's do or die time here in Dota 2, though. We have these 2 groups, A and B, with 3 teams in each. Now we need to find out who is going to make it out. We already know that Fnatic are out of Group A and PSG LGD are out of Group B. They both won their games 2-0, so it's 2 decider matches to come up. First, let's settle who's the runner-up of Group A. Here's the first team looking to get in the semis. They need to win this game to continue in the tournament. They are Team Secrets. Team Secrets. They want to stick around a little bit longer, but to do so, they have to beat Team Signify. The other team looking to make it out of today's Group A, they are Team Signify. So it's Team Secret against Team Signify for the last spot in Group A. The winner of this will play PSG LGD tomorrow in one of our semi-finals. So what are we going to get out of 2 teams who can't afford to lose this game? We'll find out with our analysts. And Shiva, what do you think? Is this going to be a cagey match where nobody wants to do anything risky, or is one team going to come and take it?
I feel, Matt, that one team might just take it on paper. They should definitely be able to beat the opponent. And I think you all know who I'm talking about. I also have a switched up panel here for these final games of the day. We've got OD Pixel as well as Fogged and Capitalist. Gentlemen, welcome back.
Hello.
We are ready for a best of 1. Winner gets to face up against PSG LGD.
It's rough.
It's rough.
It is, indeed.
It is going to be Team Secret versus Signify. And that's also rough.
There's definitely one team on paper that should be able to win this match, and there's one team on paper that would be a lot better against LGD. But that's why Dota isn't played on paper, Shiver. It's played on a computer.
Yeah.
Back to you, Fogged.
I wasn't saying anything. What do you mean
back to you, Fogged?
Come on. Well, my thing, I guess I would say for Signify, I'll put this out. I know they tried that, Core Shaman, and they ran in the group stages. I think if they're going to do that, I want them to go all in on it. Not be like, okay, we got Spectre that we can back up on in case this doesn't work.
But that's their style.
Yeah, but it's also their thing, is their hard carry that they...
I'd rather have them have a hard carry that's like a Terror Blade that with the Shadow Shaman, not a Spectre, right? Like I want them to go, if they're going to go for push, go for push. If they're going to go for team fight, go for team fight. Don't like split up your... Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I think they also...
Something about eggs in a basket.
Every single one of their hard carries, they'll go and pick fourth pick except for that Spectre. And I do believe that Spectre, like, it's fallen off since, like, 3-4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
When it was...
I feel like we saw some other teams, especially in the sort of qualifiers for the minor, they were sort of still picking at second pick. But you're right, it didn't sort of have the same effect, especially some of the other carries that you can get away with picking second pick, like the Wraith Kings, like the Phantom Lancers that have a lot more success with.
Wraith King and success don't really go together, at least not when you're talking about Team Secret.
That is true. That is true. But I've seen other teams. I think it's still in the position 1 role. I think that hero is still pretty good tier, you know, in terms of playability. I think Secret just had a rough game this morning because Fnatic have been looking really good today. So I think there is still a chance. You know, Secret do see an opportunity to get the Wraith King into the draft. I don't see them sort of any reason to stray away. I'd say in that game as well, out of the whole lineup of Secret, I think sort of the Nisha Wraith King and the mid one Lina, I don't think those two heroes were a problem. I think, you know, Nisha had a fine game, and mid one, especially on the Lina, he was having a fantastic time. You know, it's very hard for him to really pull through with the rest of the team sort of falling behind, but he had a fantastic lane on Lina, and he was doing a lot to sort of keep Secret in that game.
With a bit of a different kind of approach, right? Going for the Aghanims on the Lina. So
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I think the rough part for Signify here is they're facing up against, like, they face Fnatic and Secret, who both have tended towards faster lineups. We saw the way that Fnatic played against Secret. Secret playing in the qualifiers, you know, they ran like Lycan and Dro strats that we saw in their very first game. They tried to run pretty much a only Wraith King kind of carry with it was really Lina who was trying to actually carry that game. But in the end, it was like they're very fast lineups from both of these teams, and I think that Signify's style doesn't really match well into that. As you said, I think they do need a carry that's going to be, first of all, probably not picking up in the 1-2, saving for that 4th pick that you've been doing with almost all your other hard carries. But also, I think they want to be able to have a style that brings their carry to the table. I actually think that some of the other, like, all these other teams who are doing these amorphous sort of like 1, 2, and 3 that you can't really tell like who's the real hard carry, that every single one of these cores can get involved in team fights, that's really the style that you need to be able to beat these faster lineups that Secret and Fnatic are trying, especially Secret, which seems very fragile. In the fact that, like, with this Wraith King sort of lineup, you have to be able to snowball the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think, like, for me, I just watch out. If I was Signify, I'd just watch out for Secret doing exactly something like that. If they go for, like, Nature's Prophet Dazzle right off the bat, you just have to be prepared for some type of push thing that could just end the game early. Maybe even a Chen. We could see that come out again, too, for Puppey.
Yeah.
I think having a couple deep push heroes on their side will be just incredibly beneficial for them.
Get Wyvern
Yeah,
for
get
Signify,
Wyvern.
please.
Just take first pick.
5 seconds remaining.
Not too surprising here on the bans with the Earthshaker IO as well as the Brood and the Tiny. The Brood, of course, we've seen how dominant it can be.
I don't want them to get Dark Willow, though. Because Dark Willow may be one of their preferred supports, but I actually think that hero doesn't give you enough, like, early laning phase presence, nor does it give you, like, that strong D-push. It gives you, like, really good team fight and terrorize, but I do feel like they rate the hero much higher than pretty much almost every other team in the meta.
Yeah. I just, like, you mentioned Wyvern. It's just like, Wyvern just, it takes so many
It does
bonuses.
everything.
It gives you team fight, it gives you wave clear, it gives you decent lane presence. Like, it does so many different things, so. They ban the Pugna still. So Drow Ranger is left in the pool. If Secret wants to go for it later, maybe second pick.
They did what? Crystal Maiden first pick last time?
Yep.
did,
Yeah, I did
Against
see him Lina.
Fnatic.
Was that first two last time out?
I think I can see the Chen or the Nature's Prophet.
Remaining.
We haven't seen Chen at all this tournament
5
today.
seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
There's the vague Ogre
They do the
opening
Ogre.
as well.
Okay.
Let's see what Signify want to do, see if they've got any sort of other surprise strats up their sleeves, something that can maybe catch them off guard. They are going to go for that Willow as the opener. Let's see what they look to pair it with.
I think that's a bit unfortunate because Ogre is also one of those better, like, laning phase heroes and is not threatened whatsoever by, like, the only small thing that Dark Willow really gives you is, like, decent damage in the lane on one hero, and Ogre obviously doesn't care about the damage whatsoever. It's so tanky.
Yeah, I mean, the Ogre, you get the stout shield, you go to your safe lane. This is if it's the 5 position.
Yeah.
We still don't know.
I was going to say, you said it was Zai that you've
Zai
seen
plays
playing
it.
it in the
Yeah.
pubs. He does
Zai
do
plays
the
it in
off lane.
pubs.
Yeah, do you guys know, was I the one who originated that? Because I saw
yeah, who
Smash
started
playing.
it?
You saw Smash playing offlane a bunch, right?
I did see Smash playing it. I saw a lot of people doing it. So I don't know who started it.
Yeah,
but
that's the question
all
for me
over.
is like, who started this idea? Because it's a cool concept. It actually works really well.
I like that I like this. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't like that they picked it in the first two,
It's
to be
early.
honest.
It is
but I
early.
like that they went for the TB. That's, you know, they can get that the benefit for pushing and all that.
That, I mean, to be fair, that is also one of the other cores that we do see a lot of teams pick up as their second pick
Yes,
and have
that's true.
success with. So even though sort of on paper you sort of look at it and you say, well, there's a lot of ways you can theoretically deal with this hero, it still seems just generally very strong. If you can just build the right lineup around it, sort of regardless of what's being thrown against it, you still have a lot of good chances to make sure the TV has a good game. But you're opening yourself to sort of picks like this coming out. Straight away, Lina, high burst damage. You know, having to worry about it. Anytime you sort of get low on the Terrorblade, you can't sort of be too on the edge with the Sunders. You've got to make sure that there's not that chance for Lina to come in with a quick zap to finish you off.
This may not apply to Secret, but another reason I like Terrorblade in general is just you don't have to. You worry less about the two of the most potent hard carries in the game right now, Spectre and Phantom Monster.
Yeah.
Right. Like Terrorblade's great versus both of them. So
It's gotten. I mean, PL's gotten a little bit better, of
Yes.
course. Now it's, you know, you can remove the or the reflection and all that. But yeah, it's one of the better ones versus it, absolutely. But opening with is always, it's still a bit scary for me because you just leave yourself open to a lot of the heroes that just can decimate this, like the tankers, the Linas, let's say. I mean, Pugna is taken out at least, but
10 seconds remaining.
definitely leave yourself open.
5
Take on
seconds
Alchemist.
remaining.
Yeah, what do you make of the Alchemist ban?
Team
I mean,
ban.
we know why the TA is banned, and Silencer speaks for itself as well, but I have not seen the Alchemist today.
Dire team pick.
Arc Warden's another hero that does pretty well against Terrorblade too, right?
Yeah, Arc Warden is the best.
The bubble.
Yeah, the bubble versus. We saw that at TI, right? It was just
Yeah,
like the Terrorblade versus Arc Warden. Silencer actually made it through pretty far. We didn't notice that one. Oops.
They went for other picks instead.
Yeah.
Different priorities.
I mean, Wyvern's still in the pool too.
10
Yeah.
What I
seconds
really
remaining.
like about Secret's opening is that it is so flexible, and the fact that Ogre can run the 3 position and Lina can also be a 4 position as well as a mid.
And a 3.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen some
Yeah, that's
3
true.
Linas in some situations too. Just flex, very flex. They did ban the TA though, so it's like that's a little bit of the indicator that it's more than likely the mid Lina.
And was Signify the team that ran Willow as a core?
No, they ran.
There was a Shadow
That was the
Shaman.
Shaman,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a Shaman.
Team secret.
Dream Protector there for them.
Good team fight between their 2 supports.
Yeah, or something else that can sort of back up the TB, give him that extra chance to fight with living armor, make sure he doesn't get bursted quite so easily. So you do still have the ignite from the Ogre to help burn through those layers of living armor. But yeah, the combination of that,
10
overgrowth
seconds
and reflection,
remaining.
can cause a lot of issues. But as we're saying as well, it does depend on sort of the carry as well that Secret pick into it. You know, how much sort of a threat do they want to set up themselves, or do they want to pick a hero that really doesn't care too much at all about being reflected?
I wonder what Secret's gonna go for in terms of what did they take away from the game that they had against Fnatic earlier today.
I mean, I think that game, I want to see, as I said, it could be Zion the Ogre. I want to see that Zion something a little bit different. I think the Bat Rider, sure, he did have, it was a tough game. You know, it was sort of picked into a situation where he wasn't really set up for success. You know, it was a hard draft to pull out the bat. But something that's just I don't know, a little more meta. Something that he's able to sort of have a much easier game in under a number of different circumstances that could be thrown against them. You know, Signify still with those 2 final picks.
Yeah. Still always, I mean, I mentioned it earlier, I still always really like Jakiro versus Tree, but
Yeah.
if you have the Ogre, probably not.
Dire team.
Oh, there's the Winter Wyvern.
Yeah.
No surprise to see that come through the draft.
Great combo with the Lina.
Yep.
Heavy amounts of D-push.
Really good versus Terrorblade. Like every one of your abilities is great against it, right? Winter's Curse, Cold Embrace is strong. D-push of Splinter Blast.
Still on the squishy side though, obviously apart from Ogre, but both
You got
Lina
ways to
Wyvern.
keep yourself alive.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like this. There's a lot of team fight.
Really aggressive, initiating hero.
It's a fast Morphling pick.
Another good answer to the Terrorblade.
hard to catch this Morph right now with what they've got.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot.
They don't have great, like, they actually don't have like these stuns, disables that'll actually matter. Just roots. I mean, Cursed Crown is their big one. Everything else, just he can attribute shift right through. And he actually has burst versus Terrorblade.
Yep.
With that adaptive that we've been seeing. See how much damage it can do so early when you get it maxed out and you get high levels.
There's a lot of burst on the map.
Taking a page out of Ame's book.
Yeah, and you have to keep in mind the mid matchup as well, just because the Morphling can run there. It's
Yeah.
such a weird time that these carries can just go mid,
Team secrets
really change the
turn to
laning phase
battle.
significantly.
I love the Morphling mid because you are a carry, but you can do so much playmaking with your ultimate. Like you
Yeah.
hit that level 6, level 7. We saw Ame do it. He hit level like 7 in that last game, ran up toward the Iroh Gyrocopter, and he's just like, I am actually like a team fighting beast.
Yeah.
You can't kill me, and I can do so much damage.
Like, you've got a gyro? Well, now I've got a gyro.
Yeah, that's like the Thompson style. That's what I actually
seconds
love that mid Morphling because of Thompson.
So imagine what for Secret, well, they're still
If it
looking
is.
for Secret, they're still looking for Zai's hero. You don't. I mean, are
guess
we
we
going to
don't
be
know.
treated to sort of a Zai ogre?
I guess we don't really know just yet.
Because I feel there's still a lot of really strong offlaners still in the pool that could fit really nicely here for Secret. Even something like, imagine like Zion like a playmaker, like what about a Zai Enigma sort of thrown in here at the moment. That if you get the BKB, not really too much you have to worry about at all.
Tree root.
Yeah, but that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's going to be sort of the issue.
And they have combo too, like the curse with
Yeah,
Enigma could be
that's
cool.
what I want to see, something like an Enigma or an Axe for Zai. You know, sort of one of these sort of playmakers, something to just sort of get in, get it started. You've got that combo play, something that can play off the Winter's Curse, and that sort of ways as well to just make sure the Brute doesn't get the split off. You get on top of him with a Cool or with a Black Hole, and it's going to be very hard for Signify to try and make that team fight happen. So sure, you're going to have the Overgrowth if you're able to get that Treant in position to cancel it, but.
I want something like a Centaur or something, to be honest.
I was thinking about Centaur too, but my biggest problem with that is like the Treant Protector.
Yeah.
It's like you have both the
Secrets turn to pick.
Willow Brambles as well as the Overgrowth.
Yeah, that
really
is
hurt
true.
the mobility aspect. But I like your idea of it, like something that just is able to put pressure on the laning phase, especially with the magic burst damage that you have versus Terrorblade, and then also something that gives you initiation or also the ability to back away from a bad team fight.
Yeah.
Like Brewmaster and Terrorblade are both
10
really
seconds
long
remaining.
cooldowns.
That's what they go for here. Secret
5 seconds
final
remaining.
pick.
Dire team.
Now that's an
Oh, so they
Ember
switch
Spirit.
it up. So
it's-
what does this mean we're seeing? Are we seeing?
Lina core side lane.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Ogre Wyvern, more than likely the supports. Yep.
Because I think you still want the Lina to be your core, right? Because the burst damage is really valuable in this game.
Ember Morphling versus like little to no disables. I mean, there's roots, but not
very
really
hard
the
to catch.
stunts. It's gonna be really tough to catch these two
Is
heroes.
there anything Signify could sort of close up that is going to have all those
5
answers in one
seconds
hero?
remaining.
That's the big question, isn't it?
I mean,
You can't necessarily draft just to shut down
Yeah.
the Ember Spirit, because what if the Ember goes into the side lane? It goes back to Lina
Yeah.
mode.
But you do need some solid stun. Doesn't matter where it's gonna go. You need at least.
But it's their mid.
something.
What
I
do
mean,
you-
can you not just, the Kunka's still there. If they can play it, could you not just throw a Kunka in? I feel like Kunka's so good in so many different situations, and it is sort of that catch setup, it's that extra bit of team fight, it's that sort of survivability as well with the run to make sure there's a chance that your Terrorblade and Brew don't get bursted down immediately. They can get sort of the ultimates out.
They can go back for the Dragon Knight. Or is that too far out?
Just want to see some Kunka. If they can play it, I don't know if Signify do pull out the Kunka. And you can sort of have that matchup where
Oh, you
it's
know
not
what
going to be
I like?
terrible mid matchup.
I would actually like the Quaswex Invoker style. Just like kind of a fast hero that plays well against Ember Spirit. Very disruptive for Morphling.
No Spirit Vessel.
Can't really do Monkey King. Do like Leshrac mid core.
They can go back to Shadow Shaman mid.
Naya tie it up.
You got some instant hexes going on there. Eh.
Hey, it does give them like the control.
Hey.
Ah,
No
Queen
stun
of
though.
Pain.
Against the shackles of Ember Spirit.
Oh, I think it's a tough one to play. We don't see a lot of people pull out the Quap, and this game, I mean, as you already sort of touched on, there's a lot of things the Queen of Pain has to be very careful about.
I
Get
mean,
a poor Lina that gets Yules fast and Ember Spirit, there's significant problems for this Quap if she falls behind.
Morphin turning into Queen is pretty sweet too.
Yeah.
Good luck catching. Good luck catching that Morph ever.
Maybe they've got an incredible Queen of Playing player. And maybe he's going to pull out something amazing, but yeah, as a sort of a hero pick, it feels a little rough.
So you guys are saying all focus on that Queen of Pain, because if she doesn't do well, it's not going to go well?
Maybe he's like the best Queen of Pain in the world. He could surprise us all. But
think
I think he's
that's-
going to need to be to win this game.
I think it's the nature of the hero, right? It's like Queen of Pain has to do really well in her lane, otherwise your game is going to be really tough. It's your last pick hero.
If you do well, though, you do have like significant burst against the Morphling. It's like kind of a team fight starting hero as well. It's definitely going to need to be able to have a strong laning phase, and I don't know. I do think that they have significantly strong team fight thanks to their 2 support pickups, and they've got a Terrorblade to be able to snowball those team fight wins into fast objectives.
Yeah.
Especially with the Brewmaster team fight power as well. You know, I could see Signify actually doing pretty well in that regard if they actually just win their lanes.
Yeah.
Win their lanes. It's all going to come down to that, huh? Let's find out if they can or if Team Secret is indeed going to be the dominant team here. Let's head over to Kyle and Grant.
And thank you very much, Shiver. It is me, it is Kyle. We kicked our weak link BSJ. Finally, a good cast. And right now, I mean, one game, Signify, hey, it looks like it's going to be an uphill battle, but just win one game and you're to the playoffs.
Yeah, it's a do or die, right? I mean, it's kind of crazy, but this is our first elimination game of the tournament thus far. Secret on one side, Signify on the other, and gotta say, this mid one Ember, not really a counter in sight.
Yeah, I mean, he's just nasty on it. We've seen him play. We've seen him play in all 3 lanes too. We've seen him play it off lane. We've seen him play it middle. We've seen him play it safe lane. And what about this Morphling? Fog was saying there's just not really a counter to this hero. Dark Willow's not terrible versus Morph, right? If you like get your spells off first.
It's tough though. You have to catch him enough fear. I mean, there's no way to prevent his Morph. That's the problem right now. No matter what, he's going to be able to go strength. And I fear for Signify's lack of catch. You're playing against, it's Morphling Ember. How do you kill either one of these heroes right now? Especially once they pick up a defensive item. Like an Ember with Yules, I don't think can die in this game. Doesn't fear Orchid, doesn't fear Root anymore.
Yep, true. And we'll see. Nisha will be bottom, the new star player of Secret. He will be scouted out there by Dark Willow. Will they scout each other out? But it looks like 3 down there from Dire, 3 top from Radiant. And so the mid matchup looks like it will be it's Queen of Pain going up against Ember. And I mean, the early levels, right, are decent for Quap, but once Ember gets those levels in bolas,
The battle begins.
pretty tough. I mean, you can't blink out of it.
No. I think Quap should, it's one of those matchups that's very skill dependent, I would say, because you can also dodge the dagger with Slay.
Yeah.
But sometimes people skip that, sometimes they do it successfully, sometimes they don't dodge and end up dying because of it. I trust the mid one. I think if he can just get to his bottle relatively unscathed, then I think he'll come out ahead of this matchup. And then once you have a few points in change, the Quap's actually in danger of dying.
Yeah, you see Nisha getting beat down there because the Ogre had just TP'd, so it took a little bit longer. Which means middle lane, as you see, Ember versus Queen of Pain, and already 1-1 getting both of the creeps. We'll
Both
see.
the archers specifically.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I mean, range creep denies. You'll see all the top tier teams, right? You just commit every spell for that first archer. You want to be the first to level 2.
Yeah. I actually love this choice from Secret as well to put the Lina off lane, because now it's a Wyvern Lina lane up against the Terrorblade. Like, this is a really difficult setup for him. That's like a 400 health hero against 2 heroes that have just double damage dealing spells. So once they have level 2, all of a sudden you're in a lot of trouble. And there's Tree, who, while you are one of the stronger laners, you can't pressure ranged heroes, and bottom they're fine too, apparently.
Yep, just like that. Panda as well as Dark Willow gets first blood of their puppy picks it up, and man, we were talking about this little. Most people think Ogre is boring to watch. This is a hero. Look at it. This is all he does, and I love it. It's so you just right-click people. You don't have to worry about anything. He doesn't care about this. Nisha does care a little bit, taking a ton of damage, but you know we'll just toggle the morph strength and eat some tangos up.
He's fine. Ogre's just, I don't actually think they can't contest him as these 2 heroes. Like, it's just insane. Did he start with the Stout Shield as well? I mean, I imagine he did. Even when you're playing 5 Ogre, it's just so value for your 4 to help you out just a little bit with the starting items so that you can just increase your survivability to a level no other hero can possibly reach.
Yep, we saw last game that Invis Ogre early in the game, and once again, Puppey, he's going to pick that Invis rune up. Looks like he fakes middle, goes down bottom, but over here it looks like Zai. Will he survive? It's going to be a double kill, I have a feeling, and Zai with the last attack. Yapzor and Zai get one. Nisha does go down bottom, though, so Signify will get at least 1 kill down. They're on a pretty big target, but your Terrorblade, he's the win condition in this, right? Quap is the playmaker, but you need Terrorblade to have items if you want to win.
Yep. They were played by mid when they're doing a ton of damage even under the tower.
It's 9-2 versus 6-5 Titanize, but Crowley will go down on that Panda. Ton of kills in his bottom lane. Look at, he's like, I'm going to do some damage. Oh, actually doesn't get it off, and that would have been pretty nice. Make him use another Tango or 2. Just mistimes it a little.
Yeah, Secret already pulling ahead in all 3 lanes.
Wow.
This is real scary if you're Signify. You have no method of coming back into this type of game. They need massive team fight victories on the back of a Bruce split. They don't really have the best objective taking either if this Terrorblade falls behind.
Yeah, that's the thing. Terrorblade great at taking objectives late game, but in this early game, you waste 1 Metamorphosis. It could be Trail Puppey. More than likely gonna die here, but whatever. He scouts out that there's only a couple, there's 3 of them bottom, so he knows there's only 1 in each other lane. Whoa, Nisha though, just running into that root, won't die, but gotta be careful.
Force wave and out of regen, so not feeling the greatest. Mid one actually doing very well in this mid lane. He's not supposed to win this matchup before bottle, and
whoa, here we go. He's going to go for it. There come the bolas out. 1 more. Will it be enough? Doesn't look like it. He can just bottle in between Shadow Strike. And now that he has that bottle, 4-minute rune is going to be important.
Yep.
Does he just push this wave and go up top? Or does he even push the wave? You got to just go get it, right?
He's going to guess, because if you wait until rune spawn, then Quap just mirrors you and blinks forward and gets the rune first. So
it will be bottom. He did have some help from the Wyvern top. We'll see if he wants to run down bottom.
I look for a kill on Quap, actually. Wyvern's connecting.
Gonna be a tough one. Quap just blinks away. Nisha, just under the tower. Pretty much 2-3 heroes down here the entire time. Morphling not having the best game, but you see on the other side, Lina and Ember. Oh my goodness, they are topping the charts. And there's the bottle fill.
But like you said, yeah, they rotated 3 bottom, but you killed an Ogre. And look at where your Terrorblade is. He's farming a hard camp. It's 4 minutes into the game, and there's a Lina in your top lane, completely uncontested.
We've seen Lina's have just absolutely carried games today. It's so crazy. Laguna Blade just rips through anyone. DK, Terrorblade, doesn't matter.
Yep.
Tanky or not tanky. Nisha is going to be morphing strength. Will waveform. Pretty short waveform there, but looks like will be enough to get away. And now Yapzor going to turn around, hits them all, slows them down. Will be a stun. Splinter Blast goes out. Will they bring down the tree? Nope. Goes invis. No detection. So
you really don't mind this if you're Secret, though. Even if you lose a hero here or there, it really doesn't matter because you're just crushing a lane.
Yeah, top lane, there's nothing there.
Yeah, and this is the down. This is why you don't typically see teams rotate 3 heroes this early, because you completely abandon 1 lane, and then Secret's just like, oh well, I guess we'll bring our support down bottom too, and now you just trade bottom, and you're winning 2 lanes in the meantime. Like, this is real tough to come back from if you're Signify. You can look at the net worths already. Look at TB.
Oh. Someone help him. He is 1,000 below his lane counterpart at 5 minutes in. Look, a ton of damage already. 1 bola and he's at half HP. So what's the build on Ember? What would you go on Ember this game? Is this it's a Ewel's into Maelstrom, or what would you do?
I'd say it's up to. I'd say you could actually get away with like Yule's Blink. But I wouldn't be surprised to just see Yule's Lincolns, Yule's Maelstrom, something like that. You don't really need to do damage in this game for Ember. You just need to make space and find kills for your team. You've got plenty of follow-up, and you're not really reliant on providing the late game either. You're just buying space for Nisha's Morphling. So I'd say mid one's just going to look to get active and itemize to do just that.
Middle. There's a regen rune up top. Crowley is going to be taking the damage. Ember will go down. They're going to look for this Panda. Will they get him? The lead sheet actually going to heal him a little bit more, but won't matter. Puppey gets it. Once again, Zai gets a kill top, and I think this Terrorblade might just not have a game anymore. I mean, he already didn't have a game.
I didn't know. Yeah, I was going to say.
Hard to give wit. And he is level 6. We see that is why the Laguna Blade gets the kill.
Yeah.
Man, off lane Lina with the Aquila, that +9 damage. Just absolute domination.
Yeah, I like the choice from Zai as well. Whenever you're in a free lane like this, you always want to be able to pick up that Aquila.
Oh, wow. Oh, Nisha, come on. There it was. That was the max damage. He held it this time, timed it correctly, and does get the kill.
That was a really important slay. Problem is, like, we were just talking about it, but Zai, like, who lanes against Lina now? Like, there's still a top lane that's just been abandoned. They're going to bring the Willow up there, but if he catches a stun, he's going to be in trouble.
Yep, level 10. I'm so glad more players are just going the cast range. Like, you can't just get these free kills from the fog with that extra stun range now. He's going to go phase boots. We'll see if he goes cast range.
Yeah. I like that decision. We saw mid one earlier, just keep round boots. But whenever you're ahead like this, I really like to see players spend that early gold to ensure they can maintain that advantage.
Look at Puppy. He's on a killing spree now. A lot different than that first game against Fnatic when Puppy was just having an awful game.
Well, he picked himself a significantly better laner this time.
Look at that damage coming out. Half his HP. He is a level down on the Queen of Pain, so Queen of Pain has come back doing a decent job. They're pretty even. Ooh, Crowley, will that be enough? Will it melt? Nope. Sure won't. But it's a level 4 Brewmaster at 8 minutes in. And they've just been trialing. That's the problem. You might secure him a little farm, but Panda needs levels. Here we go, Zai. Ooh, will just get leech seeded. Will run into the root to stun. Will fly out. His Terrorblade's there. No Metamorphosis. Yapsor's here. Will just defend.
The phase boots, man, you actually can't kill Lina. I don't believe they have meta up, and Terrorblade really not in a healthy spot. Below his Dark Willow and net worth, sitting at 8th place.
This thing, you hear, like, Arteezy will talk about this as well. He loves Terrorblade because you can go to the jungle, but usually he's level 8 or something when he does do that. You farm jungle so quick. Not this early. Like you said, hard camp at level 3. Whoa.
Yeah. It's almost, you almost feel like he would have been better served just sitting in his lane and dying, farming when Lina runs out of mana. Yeah.
There we go. Zai, with that clarity up, just farming up, has the Aquila if he wants to push, has a Quelling Blade. He's looking. Look at this. Everyone's scared of him, and he's just running at them. Yapsor there now.
I love how aggressive he's playing. Not just sitting on his advantage, pressuring at all times. And as you said, looking to push now with the Aquila active.
They don't have any sentries. It does feel like Radiant hasn't had many sentries. The tree, not the biggest impact, but still. Oh, stun will hit the Dark Willow, but they're going to rotate up a Queen of Pain. Will they find him? Does. Big damage right there. This might finally be the kill on Zai. Definitely will be with the ulti committed. But down bottom, Panda, see you later, and still not level 6.
Yeah.
And he's there like, it's Queen of Pain and Brewmaster. They just want to make space for Terrorblade, and right now, I mean, Queen of Pain does just get a kill, but...
Yeah, it's just one of those things where whenever the new way the game is played with creep waves being so valuable in terms of the gold and XP given, when you rotate now, you have to find a kill to make it worthwhile. You don't really gain an advantage from that. And there was a counter kill Secret picked up down bottom anyway, and Ember gets a free creep wave mid, so...
Ooh, level 10, minute 10, pardon me, the runes are coming up. Mid one is going to come. They will get the rune on Dire side, but uh-oh, stun flies, and mid one just brings him down. Meanwhile, bottom, Puppy gets the rune, but it's going to be a 2-for-2 rune exchange. Mid one will refill his bottle, and he's going to have a haste as well, so could look for even more kills.
It feels so good if you're a mid player. You get fully healed up thanks to the bounty, and then all of a sudden you've got a rune to play with as well, knowing you have regen to fall back on afterwards.
Oh, and they finally do bring down the sentry. Yep, Tree, there goes the living armor. Can Zai get the solo kill? I think one more? Yep, there it is. Picks it up. Zai after that Bat Rider game, looking a lot better on a hero, you know, that can do stuff without, I don't know, Bat Rider just sucks. That's what I'm saying.
I think it was just Puppy trying to, get him adjusted to that offlane role. He's like, look, we're going to start off, I'm going to pick you the worst hero in the game, and then from then on out, it's going to get a lot easier to play.
Yeah. Oh, mid one. Looks like he might get a kill, but gets turned around on. We'll just have to go back to base. How do you stop Zai? Like, what do you do right now? Looks like they're trying to set up something. Oh, the stun breaks the trees, almost hits the Dark Willow, and look at Puppy, he knows. Just being ogre.
I love what Puppy's doing here. Secure the space for your Lina, ensure there's no multiple heroes hiding behind tower ready to pounce.
Yeah, there's the tree arm, won't do much. This tower is gonna go down, no glyph. He wants the last hit at 2, will wait for the tower, and there it is, goes down. Panda is TPing up, level 6, will just split right away. Puppy still alive, probably gonna die, but he's health potioning. He's just gonna waste as much time as he can. Tree looking to root him down. He does run through, the tree already cut down. Multicast goes out, but just space. It is a killing spree, and luckily that for the Dire, the Terrorblade does get it, but Zai, he turns around, misses the stun. Would have been almost a guaranteed kill. Still looks like it will be a lot of misses, and the tree armor, though, will save him.
And look at the space. This is something we saw VP popularize a few months ago, and LGD OG used to great success at TI, just never rotating more than 3 heroes to one lane until the 10 to 15 minute mark because of the importance of creep wave. So yeah, you get the 1 kill on an Ogre, but again, Puppey doesn't care. Net worth to spare. Yeah, another change a while back was net worth. Now, instead of being team-based, as far as comeback gold for kill bounties is concerned, it's now based on the individual hero. So even though Secret is significantly ahead, Puppey isn't. So you're not really gaining anything extra by taking him out, and his cores are just farming creep waves for free. And that's a dead Willow.
Yep. And there's the waveform, will pay up the kill. Stun will come out, but not going to do anything in this Morphland. Look who else here, Zai and Mid1. They're ready. Looks like, man, this is rare. This is a safe lane 3-core push early for the rain. Uh-oh. Tree as well. Is that the real Terrorblade? Sure is. See you later. Taking no risks, and now this tree tries to get away. Will go invis, dust popped, and see you later. This is a very weird spot that Secret's in, but they're so far ahead it doesn't matter.
Yep. Mid1's also choosing to go straight for bots. Just feels like he's far enough ahead, can continue to push his advantage, play the map. It's real tough for Signify to get back into this. They need to make a play with their next brew split, but the cores of Secret are just so mobile. How do you actually force them to take a disadvantageous fight? No split, he's going to go down here, it looks like.
There's a lot of misses. Nisha will morph in, but Mid1 wants to get the kill. Swifty will pick up one on Nisha, though. Stun's going to fly. Ooh, Mid1 does try to run away. Nicely done, dodges the stun. And Zai is just going to soar away, phase boots plus some of that. Or going to turn around. Oh, root it up, throws it out. Dark Willow will go invis, pardon me, non-invis to the Shadow Realm. Yules into the air. Zai trying to run the nice stun. Doesn't make it uphill. And yeah, that's why you don't often see Radiant down by the tier 2 this early in the game. It's so easy to just go to the shrine, the tier 2, chase people down.
And again, like, just really smart. That whole time, Yapzor was up top farming. He got like 4 or 5 creep waves for free. Looks like he may go down here, though.
It's Hannah Puppey.
What?
Oh, has the wand. Oh man, that build, you see the damage from the Fire Blast. And especially against Terrorblade, right? High armor, low HP, Ogre loves that.
I remember when Ogre was drafted in the past, they used to just kind of sigh. You know, you just have a bloodlust bot walking around, whereas now you're always a 60% multicast chance, as you said, with the max Q build. All of a sudden, you threaten near 500 damage just once every, what, 8 seconds, is it?
I believe so, yeah.
It's not 8 seconds. There's no way. It's like 12.
Why are you asking me? I don't know. You're the Ogre king.
You're the Ogre player.
No, you're the Ogre
That's your
king.
special. You were telling me
Well, you're
before.
like the dumb head of the Ogre, and I'm the smart one.
Oh.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I don't know if it's that smart of a head, but
It really is, and we're both pretty low, but bounty runes do spawn. Looks like a 2-for-2 rune exchange again. Pretty common this early in the game. Looks like Radiant heading up top, multiple heroes. Let's see. Winter Wyvern just pushing out middle. Here comes Dark Willow with the blink. The early blink we saw earlier trying to kill Nisha. Ooh, the creeps right there. Gotta remember the time when those creeps spawn. He definitely can make. He can make plays, right? We thought it would be possibly the Brew and the Queen of Pain, but this Dark Willow seems to be doing the most work for him.
the problem is there's really no one else that can help him out. And if you look at the warding Secret has, their vision control is insane right now. They've got 1 ward on the enemy Dire Shrine, and then 2 deep lane wards in between tier 2 and tier 3. So look at Zai, he feels so confident here, just knowing, hey, as long as there's no one here that's teleporting in, I've got a teammate on the Shrine, I just hit this tower for free. He's killing a tier 2 at 15 minutes.
And look at this, the sentries as well up top, right? There's no way Tree's getting to you.
Yep.
4 sentries all over there. Well,
And this-
they're gonna push bottom.
So the problem is, like, yeah, Quap can snowball and potentially, like, take this game for you, but by the time he picks up this Orchid, Ember's going to have a Yules completed. Lina already has one. All of a sudden, who do you actually take down?
Oh, man. Bloodlusted Morphling. Can they defend this? They've already used Glyph. We do see 2 TBs coming into the Shrine. It doesn't look like Radiant has vision of that, but no, maybe. Mid1 just runs over there. Terrorize going to fly. It's going to miss everyone, except the creeps. It does push him off a little harder to kill the tower. And man, that Nisha damage. But look at that. That's half your HP. He does have to be careful. We saw him blow up earlier. The Absol getting harassed a little bit. So if you're Zai, what do? You're this farmed on an off-lane Lina. Do you just stay top, farm jungle, push lane? Or
Pretty much. I mean, there's no need to take a fight into Brew Split, right? You just keep farming, shove these lanes, and grow an advantage.
Oh, gets the root off. He will stun. Finds the tree. Stun from Lina comes out. Not enough damage. Doesn't want to commit the Laguna Blade. Oh, man. YapzOr used the ulti, makes his own team kill him. Puppey goes down, though. Now this Dark Willow taking a ton of damage as well. Dies to YapzOr, too. The Panda wants to get him. Will he? Oh, no. The Immolate doesn't do that much damage. They killed the Fire Panda off. Smart play there. Stun does miss Zai. Come on.
He missed that by a few
Yeah.
frames.
And YapzOr triple. I love that. They killed... you don't kill the Fire Panda there. He probably still dies, but... That's what people need to learn. Fire Panda is so weak. You just
really
kill
is.
it off, and he doesn't do any damage.
It's something people really, they think that you need to kill all 3 pandas or just ignore them, but no, as you said, even the Storm Panda later on can be very effective if you take it out, lose the CC. It is pretty nice in this game that it can AoE dispel the Bloodlust off of all of Secret's heroes, but it's not really that relevant right now. Theoretically, you could purge the Flame Guard as well, and there you can see the Yul's already complete on the Ember. Quap still unable to finish the Orchid. Blink picked up from Zai, and it gets real spooky now for Signify's heroes because they're going to have this massive reach advantage on Secret now where you have 3 heroes essentially that can set up kills. All 3 cores able to make plays.
Looks like this Terrorblade, though, is catching up a little bit. Still just treads Aquila and Dragonlance. Almost got going. Here we go. Ulti's just going to fly, and even if you ulti, it's going to be enough to kill that little fairy flying around.
Outplayed. Now they really need the offensive tip.
Yep. Offensive tip into this tier 2. The problem is, can they hit this tier 2? Puppey just, he actually doesn't care. He's just running straight at him. Oh my goodness, the multi-cast damage will get tree armored up. Is anyone else coming in? It sure is. Ember coming in, roots there, gets the Sunder off, and that's going to be a kill. Yeah, mid one a little aggressive there.
I'm surprised he didn't get the Yules off in time. That's a pretty typical mid one play we've seen a few times in the past.
Yep, oh, they need one more attack, possibly 2 now with that urn. Look at this, Dire coming out. Oh, Yules into the air. Zai gets it this time. That was perfectly timed.
Looked like he was going to miss it again, but looks like it was frame perfect.
He risked it. He was just practicing there. I'm like, there's no reason to risk that, but Orchid picked up now. It's going to be tough. Lina Yules as well as Ember Yules just doesn't feel that strong already. And going to be a Linken's very soon for the morph.
Yeah, but I believe that gold went to the TB, right? All of a sudden he jumps up, nearly catching the Quap and net worth. And considering how bad his game start was, it's quite nice for him. And maybe a couple more mistakes like that come back into the game. The one thing I will say about Secret's heroes is while they are ahead on the Lina and Ember, they are very squishy, as we just saw. You make one mistake, get caught in a Dark Willow Fear, you will go down.
And then Terrorblade, I mean, you get to the 30-40 minute mark, you win one team fight, you're clearing a base. That's what's great about that hero. And uh-oh, Niche on the back. Oh, there goes the Sentry Warp, but will be out of range again. Nope, toss it, and oh, Puppey with the multicast, gets it. Look at over here. Whoa, Zai actually dodged the damage and is going to hit the stun. Don't know if he knew, but maybe he saw the Quap coming in, just gets out, no mana.
He needs to go regen.
Uh-oh, Zai, you got to be careful here. Playing so aggressively. Puppey is over there.
They're playing under a Observer ward as well. I like what Midwood's doing. You can see Secret never really committing as 5 right away. They're maintaining one hero in a side lane, just always shoving it out. They just have such a massive wave clear advantage. Ember, Lina, Wyvern all able to take our creep waves incredibly quickly, and we saw LGD make this move a couple of times. It's just quite simple. You have a Morph lane, you go full Agi, and just go take out Roshan. You have the map control. Look at the warding as well. They're completely safe in this pit.
YapzOr just continued to push out bottom. Will TP here now. I mean, Dire's just 5-man bottom. Nothing much they can do. But you give this to Morph or do you give it to Lina?
I think
Probably
Lina.
Morph, right? I think you give it to Lina, but yeah, it seems like you're a Morph player. You're going to demand that every single time.
That's the Arteezy attitude right there.
90 gold. Oh, Puppey, he's in heaven now. The 90 gold per minute talent. Has a Blightstone as well.
Yep.
Look at this. This is why I love Winter Iron 4. The Blink Aether Lens, 21 minutes. This guy can set up every team fight. That's a decent counter to Terrorblade. You just curse a Terrorblade, it sets up the Lina, or he just kills himself late game with the illusions.
And not just that, but you Splinter Blast, I believe, just one-shots illusions forever.
Oh, stun will fly. Oh man, if that would have been a multicast, definitely could have been a kill.
I'd look to continue chasing here, but again, I love what Secret's doing. Where's Ember? He's still just shoving top, farming, looking to bottle a rune now.
Ulti is going to fly, but this tree will go down. Just vision, though. I mean, you don't want to be dying, especially when you're down 9k, but at least you get vision. No cores die. Well, uh-oh. Crowley is over here. Does have the ultimate. You definitely don't want to use it at this point. Now you might want to, now that there's a ton of heroes, but he's going to stun Laguna and an easy kill there. No time to even use it.
And you can see, like, he's just not expecting Ember Spirit to be there. And in the meantime, the rest of Secret's just connecting. And they might look to pressure a tier 3. That's the team fight strength of Signify, and all of a sudden, with him down, you have 30 seconds to beat on the base, and that's a bloodlusted Morphling.
With Aegis, so it's not even like, oh, Dark Willow very well could just kill Nisha super quick, but who cares right now? You got an Aegis.
You're going to get at least the tier 3 here, but I would not be surprised to see them pressure for racks. There's really nothing holding them back, because again, there's a massive lack of reach on Signify. A Dark Willow blinking in with ult popped is not nearly enough to force Secret out of their base.
Nice stun there. Oh, Orchid used on the Lina, but he did not care, just blinks away. Yeah, Nisha's just going in for the melee rack. Still should be careful. TV, just pushing top. He's doing what he should be doing. Yeah, but the problem is they're so far down.
He popped meta, though, and I don't think he has a teleport either.
They just can't team fight, it looks like. Yeah, Crowley will finally split, and there we go. Orchid is going to fly. Obviously, that is going to more than likely be the Aegis here. Will be. Terrorize actually misses everyone, and now they're just trying to right-click. Zai still here, has a little bit of mana. There we go. You see the Fire Panda go down immediately again, and they're just going to kill all of them. This is an 11k advantage. You can just beat them down. You don't care. You know they don't have meta. You know they don't have Panda split anymore. You're definitely getting this Rax now.
Yep. Mid1 took care of the top wave. Now he's back in. Flame Guard popped. He's going to do a great job zoning. Signifies lineup. Secures the melee racks. Nisha's like, well, we might as well take them ranged as well.
Yeah,
are they going to stay here?
They're just going to go top. Because I already pushed that Terror. Oh, does hit the stun. Waveform there. They don't have quite enough damage. Ulti's going to pop, nice, but they still get in. Yeah, on the backside. Queen of Pain. Oh, Yapsor barely mistimed it, but now this Terror, will he get... you might just want to use it on your own. Nope, he used it on Zai. Nicely done. The tower's beating him down. Nice ulti by Swifty on that Queen of Pain. They get Winter Wyvern. And a little bit of an overextension there from Radiant.
Pulling a Fnatic of their own. Get a dominating advantage and say, hey, it's just, you know, 5 man into the base.
No, why not? And then you see why not. And that, oh, it looks like Yapsor with a little bit of mistime. I'm pretty sure that Splinter Blast would have got the kill. It is a buyback from the Dark Willow. I mean, not the biggest deal, but...
You didn't kill the Morphling or the Ember either, so the win conditions of Secret still very much healthy and ready to go. Neither one has to go back to base either, so there's no real downtime included. They do collect 3 out of the 4 bounty runes on Signify. That is going to help them get back into the game, but you need a team fight, a decisive victory where you take out either this Ember or Morph before they get a spell off, because they're really just not going down if they're able to get any breathing room whatsoever in the midst of the engagement.
Yep. And I know I'm a total scrub, but Morphling with Metamorphosis. That's pretty good, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to steal, right? Because when you meta, you're almost always going to make an illusion, more than likely, but I would love to see him get that.
I mean, we saw it TI, where pretty much all the top teams had a great understanding of Morphling. It was the gyro counter, it was the TV counter, and for the reasons you stated, you just steal the meta, and all of a sudden, you're doing way more damage than a Morph should be able to.
And you have like 2 lives, because you just switch back and forth. He is going for a Lotus Orb on Winter Wyvern. Super farm. Uh-oh, mid one is going to find one. Lina there as well. Nisha and Puppy. Hey, let's get this shrine. And it looks like this game, I think they might just want to get that second row shrine. That's probably where the game, they look to end it at least, if not earlier. But Dire's doing a nice job of keeping those side lanes pushed in now.
Yeah, TB's online. All of a sudden, Illusion spams enough to always be able to deal with one wave.
But they are just pushing in through middle. We'll see if they want to risk it going top. Doesn't look like it.
They get the glyph off in time to save the courier. Dark Willow was making a play for it. I like Nisha's maneuvers here, saying, guys, look, I know I'm the new guy, but maybe Maybe we kill the buildings outside of the base first before we
not?
try and go in there again.
You never know. What if Dark Willow just TP's behind you? You have no vision. All of a sudden, huge terrorize. Yapzor will get stunned after popping the ult. Ooh, they get the stun there. No multicast. Now he gets it for the ignite, but just a TP away.
Needed a multicast, unfortunately. Maybe next time.
No. Octory next. Pretty standard for the Ember. No more Radiance built. So if you're Signify here, you're just focused on getting your Terrorblade farmer. You can't really look for fights anymore, even with Pandal, right? I think you're just too far behind. You just gotta hope they overextend, which Secret has done quite a few times.
Yep. It's still a possibility. I actually like the Zags pick up a lot by Zai. We saw Midwin do it in the previous game, but it's not the same as a 2 Lina in comparison to the 3. Plus, this game you're playing against a Terrorblade. Eventually he might have a BKB, and now you're effectively saying, like, look, if we Wyvern ult, catch him in a stun, my ult's going to be enough to take him down to like 20-30%. So if we softened up even just a little bit, he's going to go out before having a chance to sunder.
Oh, look at, they do want some dire scans right on top. Nice scan there on the smoke. They don't know how many people are there, but they know something's fishy. Mid one's still looking, level 18. There is the Queen of Pain BKB, but as you said, Lina gets 1 stun. You're dead.
Yep.
There you go, Puppy chasing. No TP away this time, but does blink and will TP now. Well done. Doing a good job of pushing these creep waves the Dark Willow is and not dying. Let's see. Oh, what is it? What is Terrorblade? Can Terrorblade out-carry a Morphling Ember?
I don't think so, but it's more about the building damage, I'd say, where if TB can get in a position where you pick off one of these secret cores without buyback, you can get a Rax in exchange. But they need that decisive teamfight victory, and as you said, how do they find it? You know, how do you actually take an engagement yourself? Nice Orchid to save his Panda.
Still could be in a little bit of trouble here. Zaya gets Eels. Will he hit the perfect stun? He does. Laguna flies out. Oh my goodness, level 18. Pretty easy kill there now. This time you can just do it. There's no Panda split. You're not afraid of anything. Tree armor already used goes down.
Yeah, and they also just saw Tree bottom. They see Terrorblade bottom. I like that. They forced the glyph, they forced the TPs, and now they can back off ever so slightly. Ensure that if anyone gets targeted, it's going to be the Morphling. But if Brew doesn't buy back, you don't fear a team fight here.
Yep. And Secret doesn't know he doesn't have buyback, but they're still not scared about it. And that is going to be another melee Rax. 29 minutes in. There's a BKB by Terrorblade. So if he avoids the initial stun and burst of Zai, definitely can put some damage. If he comes to a team fight. That's the question. I mean, he has to for this next fight, or else you're just giving up megas. And you have no wave clear now. Once you get megas with no wave clear, I think you just lose this game as Dire.
Yep. And it's just so difficult because Secret's able to play so much faster around the map. They clear waves and then move. And all 3 of their heroes have this incredible move speed and mobility advantage over the counterparts on Signify's lineup. And it's just like, it's hard enough to kill one hero. How are you going to be able to take out all 3 of these guys?
There's the nice talent picked up there by the Terrorblade. The minus 10 Saiyan reflection cooldown. Very good versus the Morph at least. The Morph will beat himself down super hard. Blizzard still farming. Just going for it. Puppy. Oh.
Sentry down. Nice.
Yep, there it is. Multicast 3. But they're going for the Panda instead. He was just stopping. There's the kill. They're going to look for more. Oh. He's there with them. They ping it, but don't go for it. Zai throws the Hail Mary.
Radiant are scanning.
And it looks like, yep, second Roche is up. This definitely feels like you get this Roche, you go bottom, you win game. I feel like Puppy could actually captain this game as Ogre. I mean, like, with the voice, like, go bot smash.
I know the Secret guys pretty well.
Yeah, he might be doing that. Yeah, he might actually doing that now that I think about it. Yeah, go bot, me smash, we win.
I'm told on occasion Yapzor actually requests he be tagged in as team captain and speaks exclusively in Pig Latin.
Really?
No.
Oh, that'd be sick though.
Right? If he hears that, he might try it in the future.
He might. Dude, think about casting a game in Pig Latin.
It's
That'd be real
difficult.
tough. I couldn't do it. I'm not even going to try. I'll say it.
The only thing I know is Ixnay is no. It would require way too much mental energy for me to try and figure out how other words translate.
It's tough language. If it even is a language, I don't know. Oh, ooh. Can still blink if she wants to, doesn't get hit. Oh, but Zai dodges it as well. They both like dodge split second with those blinks. Now 300 health on Ogre, even happier. Oh, they're pinging. They know he could still just be over there chilling. And this is definitely gonna be the fight. This is gonna be a full 5-on-5 fight. Oh, they find the winner, or the Dark Willow. They did hit once. Will get hit again. Can't blink. Nisha just gets the kill. We see the Deathblade just bring out. Now they're gonna try to throw up the Ogre. Yapsor's getting right click down. Terrorblade pops the meta. Zai taking a ton of damage. Zai might just die. Gets the Yules up, but I don't think you're getting out of here. Will just die. Now Nisha's here doing some damage. Waveform over. Blinked by the Queen of Pain. They're doing a ton of damage. Puppey goes down. Buyback from the Lina as well as... Can they do anything else? Shotgun on the back. See you later. There goes the Dark Willow. Ulti coming out. That's an Aegis, though. That's all you're going to kill. Now mid one, they find him. See you later, Queen of Pain. Instant buyback there. Mid one, going in on the side. They want to get this Terrorblade. Yeah, nice double by the buyback from Zine. There you see it. No hesitation. Zai buys back, gets into the fight, and now they look to end the game.
It's the Aegis fight, so no reason not to just spam that buyback. Ensure your team will come out on top. Excellent Manta dodge to start that fight. TB actually juking Zai's stun and then able to turn around and find the kill on him. But alas, it's just not enough. Once those BKBs go down, there's way too much damage output from the Ember. In addition to Nisha, took over the Quap in that engagement. It's just, I mean, that's game, isn't it? 25k lead, 2 racks down.
Now they're going to be 3 ranks down, is going to be Mega Creeps. And as you said, when your best wave clear is a Queen of Pain or Terrorblade Illusions, oh, does BKB, doesn't get stunned by Zai. They're trying to go in mid, one's thrown into the air. Laguna flies, see you later, Queen of Pain. That is a dieback. If they get this Terrorblade game, might just be over, but they won't. Panda will go down, maybe the Wand, almost saves him. Mid one, eats that cheese. It's the Gouda. Now they're just going to try to end the game. Ooh, Tree will survive it. Looks like they're trying to get Zai. That would be a dieback from Zai. Will he go down? No, gets the Yules up. He needs one more attack. I think it will be enough. Stun flies, though. They should be able to get the Dark Willow. Head shake from Zai. Mid one very low as well, and there's the good game called. I would say a very clinical game by Secret. It wasn't like the Fnatic game where it's like weird draft, weird this. They just played their game, played it perfectly, made sure Terrorblade couldn't get big enough. What are your I mean, Secret, do you think that first game against Fnatic was like a draft issue, or like when they played a Fnatic with the Bat Rider? Because this game looked a lot easier heroes. They played and they just won.
I mean, I think, I don't know the stats on it exactly, but I'd imagine that teams that get a free lane by 5 or 6 minutes into the game have got to win like 95% of the time or more. Zai just kind of ran away with it, took that top tower very early on. All of a sudden, all 3 of your cores are activated. Both supports are having a good game. The only one who's poor is Puppey, but that's just because he's spending so much gold on sentries. Took out Tree like 6 or 7 times thanks to his efforts, and still well-executed game by Secret in general. Don't think they've really made many mistakes, but at the same time, it was really just following a scripted victory.
Yep, and now, I mean, that brings up, I mean, we don't have to talk about it, but it is going to be Secret versus PSG LGD, and that's... I think most people were hyped for them. Most people thought that would be the finals, but Fnatic stole one of the slots from them, and now Secret done until tomorrow. We still have one more game. It's going to be the best of one in a little bit, and it's going to be, I would say, probably the most evenly skilled matchup. Admiral versus Boom ID. They played once already. Boom ID won, but close games. Any last words, Kyle, before we toss it?
Not really. I think wave clear is something teams are going to start to focus on more. Secret really just kind of outclassing Signify in this game, but I think they've got a lot of potential to grow and improve. This was like one of their first international lands, and Secret honestly is just players of a different caliber. But
amazing team. And they can learn, right? At least you get this replay to watch. You can go back, you can watch it as a team with your coach and just be like, well, we'll do this, this, and this, and hopefully it pays off. But we are going to go back. We are going to see what Cap, Fogged, Shiver, and that other guy have to say.
Yes, thank you so much, gentlemen. And indeed, PSG LGD have their opponent. It's going to be Team Secret. The other guy would be Mr. OD Pixel.
Yes. Thank you, Grant.
That was pretty weak
it's
by
quite,
Grant.
quite a compliment, really. The other guy. I'll take it. It's mysterious, I like it.
This game.
Tall, dark, and mysterious.
The
LED
other guy.
pixel.
Sure.
So this game, Team Secret, we saw them in the first game of the day against Fnatic, didn't look so hot, and it felt like this game they just didn't want to take any chances, and they'll just make sure, slow, methodical, they did it. I say slow, it was still a fairly fast game, but they just made sure that it was definitely in the bag, Fogged.
Yeah, I mean, from pretty much start to finish of that game, I think Kyle mentioned at the end of it, they got an open lane.
Yeah.
They literally had Zai at level 7 when Terrorblade was like level 4 or something jungling since the very early start of the game. They got forced to do this tri-lane bottom to try to shut down Secret, and they still weren't able to. So it just seemed like, yeah, it looked maybe kind of close at some points, but you could just feel that inevitable advantage from Secret just over and over again because of how gigantic this offlane Lina is. Level 11 at 13.5 minutes, right?
I mean, it really just felt like this is what Zai can do. You put him in a situation where he can have sort of this great lane. He's not going sort of 0-6-0 like he did in the first game in sort of the first 10 minutes. He's going to be able to make these plays, make all of this action sort of happening around the map. He had an incredibly high percentage of kill involvement and was just setting up so much. It was a great pick against the draft of Signify, and Zai played it to perfection. And again, just showing us how good the Lina really is at the moment. You pick it early in the draft, you put it support, you put it mid, you put it on the off lane. If it's the right lineup, if it's against the right lineup, it's got the potential to have a fantastic game.
And then if you look on the other side of things, the dual lane of Signify, this Brewmaster plus Dark Willow just isn't really much of a threat in the laning phase, particularly against what they were matched up against in the Morphling. The Morphling just has so much survivability. There's no like really big, fast, big nuke damage coming out that the Morphling's threatened by. So in order to really get any kills, Signify have to over-rotate their heroes. They have to move their Treant Protector down to bottom lane just to get an Ogre kill. They spend like 45 seconds just trying to do that because they know the tree can't really have much of an impact against that Lina lane. Especially once they had the sentry down, they already clearing through trees with the LSA. Just from the laning phase, when you're already falling behind, you have such a big advantage being given a Secret. You have to commit too many resources just to be able to get simple kills.
Yeah, I mean that is one big thing that Ogre does do for you when you put it in that 5 position, right? You're just this. You meet Ogre, you're just standing in the front, and they actually have to pay attention because your damage early in the laning phase is really, really high. I'm glad you were pointing out the thing about the cutting the trees. People, it's very important to actually look at it. It's obvious now in pubs all the time, but it's a Lina. Zai got the Quelling Blade and cut those trees super early up top, so it's just that's why they had to bail that lane. They're like, oh, we have Terrorblade Tree. Tree can help the lane, but he didn't have trees. There's Light Strike Array and Quelling Blade from a Lina cutting everything down.
Yeah, that's some value right there, and it deserves the MVP of the game. Lina, Zai had a great game. If we compare that to the first game today, where he was having a rough time on the Bat Rider, this is a complete turnaround. And MVP indeed for him. And as a reward, Team Secret is going to be second, making it through out of the groups. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for the team from India, for Signify. They stop here, their journey ends here. They don't go home empty-handed, they get $11,000. This is still quite nice, I
That's
thought,
pretty
actually.
sweet,
Yeah. There's one more team that we're going to have to say goodbye to today. It's going to be either Boom ID or Admiral Dota. And that is going to be a best of 1. It's going to be, as our commentators already mentioned, probably one of the most even games of the day. And we'll get right into that after a break.
Don't let the leg monster